good morning. Sawadee Sawadee Don Ciao. Let's go. Welcome back to Thailand. I'm Tula Butai. If you don't know me, I am a Man City fan. What's go living in Thailand. I've been here for quite a few years now, but this is my football club, big time. And for instance, I like talking about my football club. And I do this every single day, for instance, for about 20 minutes or so, depending on what we've got to talk about. And in a news update on the football club regarding either behind the scenes or whatever's going on at the football club, or the senior team, or the ladies team, or the under 18s, or whoever has talking about it. I do a separate thing for the ladies as well. So, for instance, and happy to do so. To get to know more about the ladies team and how lucky we were this season, just like the men. Injuries. But no, for instance, again, I've been Mancunian born, for instance, if you don't know me, in the east side of Manchester, for instance, and but lived overseas quite a lot. I've always had a season card until I gave it up a few years ago now, to move to Thailand. Anyway, so for instance, if you want to know anything about Thailand or the who's popular over Southeast Asia at the moment, Liverpool are, of course, the most popular team over here in Thailand. Man City have definitely come up in the ranks of football fans over here. For instance, who and you walk around a City t-shirt and there's a lot more City t-shirts on than ever before. United are going down. For instance, I've seen a lot of times wearing sometimes wearing United t-shirts. Oh, United fan, and you're like, nah, they're just t-shirt. So yeah, but anyway, so for instance, that about me. But I do this content every single day. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. Because we got a big game ahead of us again. For instance, on Saturday, 3:00 kickoff from the last of the 3 o'clocks. As the season winds down, Man City are in the kind of pole position at the moment, steadily in third in the the Premier League title. Got a chance to get in second. 4 points behind United? Arsenal. For instance, they've got to play Liverpool and they've got to play Newcastle as well, haven't they? So, for instance, and they've got to pick up their butts from the floor, and they got a true pasting from the fans, from fans around the world, fans who have basically kind of like had enough of them. No, I wouldn't say I had enough of it. It was the fact that, for instance, United fans, Arsenal fans have been absolute beep, 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 beep. What we're going to do, this. We beat Real Madrid, la, 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 la. And they've been giving it to fans. And I thought it was a Man City thing, or maybe a Chelsea thing, or a Spursy thing, fans. But every fan I've seen has come out and was happy, and for instance, and just blurted out and how much they really happy that, for instance, Arsenal got knocked out of the Champions League yesterday. It was just like really weird. It was just and I was on for instance, different fan channels or different Potsies, for instance, and he was getting grief from Wolfie from the Arsenal fans. There was a guy there, but he's but yeah, it's just the LB and he has his chat first of all with the Chelsea fan and the Liverpool fan and whatever, and they're I think everyone was listening to Talk Sport and they were hey Arsenal, but then you got Mikel Arteta coming out and saying we were the best team, for flip's sake, Oh, honestly, haven't won nothing. £700 million spent, nothing won, nothing. With your team, as it were. Okay, they win the first bit when they knocked City out in the FA Cup. They won, but that wasn't his team. This is his team, and there was more nothing. Apart from going in second, and this is the process. We've got to win the dog, and but and it's the front of the Arsenal fans, and it's Arsenal fans have been so entitled to come across. So yeah, it's kind of got what you deserved, Arsenal fans, and certainly, for instance, the opposition fans did not hold back yesterday. I'm happy to see it happen. Then we had some bit of bad news. For instance, United qualified. For instance, and Spurs qualified for this the Europa League, final. So, oh, they're good. I was going to listen. I normally listen to Talk Sport in the evening, etc. In the morning. Well, sorry, they recorded one day. Jason Cundy and I listen to that, for instance, while I'm doing a bit of work. And for instance, I haven't come to listen to it because I just know I'm going to listen to United fans crowing because they've given up on the Premier League. They've totally given up, and all they're doing is focusing on thinking that we're going to win the Europa League, and they will be the most annoying. Arsenal fans are annoying, most annoying, and then Liverpool fans are not too far behind, but United fans will come up and show what football is, talk how amazing and how they have a better season if they win it, and they cannot win. Honestly, Spurs, I would accept that. I would accept Spurs winning it. They have anything for dog, whatever. Because his season, but United cannot win it. Absolutely cannot win it. They will be the most insufferable set of fans you could ever imagine if they won it. And so I just can't. I can't have United win it. They will, regardless. In match in the FA Cup, get top weekend, win the World Cup, win the Charity Shield, and United fans will still say their season is better. You can feel it. You can feel it coming out out of their faces, etc. I can't abide United fans. They're the pits of the pits. Arsenal fans taking it to a level, but there's nothing worse than plastic fans, and United have full of plastic fans. I just cannot hide the fact that, for instance, they would win this tournament. It's embarrassing. A team of 15th and 16th position in the Premier League, and they're going to get into the Champions League. It's embarrassing for the Champions League. Arsenal was told right, shouldn't have, and it's embarrassing for to the Europa League. It's embarrassing for Europe that teams living in 15th and 16th position are getting in the final of the Europe second line competition. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It really is. Anyway, let's move on to City. News. Not much news coming out. Let's go KDB. There's just talk about Napoli yesterday. For instance, I was talking about it yesterday, and it appears that it's actually borne a bit of fruit. The snowball's getting bigger as it's going down. So there was a lot more people actually talking about it, and it appears that this guy, for instance, on Napoli, for instance, he was actually in Manchester, for instance, talking with Kevin De Bruyne and his entourage. Not his entourage, he just sorts out his own contracts. Anyway, but it appears that, for instance, that was reported. Whether it's true or not, you never know. People have a lot of Pinocchio crap coming out at the moment. So, so that's grown a bit interest. I said again. For instance, until something more concrete comes out, but I'll mention it because it is in the news, and it is for instance, yeah. So I don't really know. There was also reports yesterday. Well, I was looking at the Daily Mirror. The Daily Mirror, I can't tell. I'm quoting the Daily Mirror, saying that Kevin De Bruyne has an opportunity to stay at Manchester City. So there you go. The Liverpool thing, etc. That was just fantasy. Liverpool's not going to spend £400,000 a week on Kevin De Bruyne when they're humming and hawing and how much they're going to pay Salah and Van Dijk, etc. And they've also got a rebuild. So regardless, they'll do it as spite, but I don't think they're not that stupid. So that's a load of nonsense. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne, I still think there's an opportunity to stay if Man City wise up. The Verts thing, we still don't know. There was an interview yesterday, in a magazine. But for instance, LB kind of went to town on it yesterday. But I listened to Extreme Company, and he was right saying that this interview was probably published a while ago. For instance, I'm sure it's not probably yesterday. Like it was done. So, and you can read into it what you want. But again, for instance, I'm still saying give it a 5 because quite honestly, I don't know. I think he's got more chance of staying than coming. So, for instance, and yeah. So we'll see what's happening. We'll see what is the plus and what is the minus. Um, the news, for instance, reports that okay. Let's just have a quick congratulations to Manuel Pellegrini, one of our former City managers, and they were talking about Manuel Pellegrini, and I was talking about, for instance. A previous manager, for instance, what was it called? Mancini, not getting a statue or not getting a recognition because he was actually the first person to win a Premier League title. So, for instance, maybe there should be a recognition to these guys. For instance, because again, we know Pellegrini is going to get. Sorry, Pellegrini. Pep Guardiola is probably going to get the entire stadium named after him. But for instance, we're gonna. I definitely think, for instance, these Manuel Pellegrini and uh, uh, Mancini, for instance, definitely needs some recognition at the club. But Manuel Pellegrini has reached the on reaching the congratulations reaching with Real Betis conference. So congratulations to him. Is he going to play Chelsea? I think they're playing Chelsea. Yeah, nobody's really speaking about that. Even Chelsea fans are not speaking about it. Emilio Lawrence and Jamal Simpson's Pousse has been nominated for PL2 Player of the Season. Other nominees: Caden Edwards, Finley Hendrick, Donnelly McNeil, Hido Masapi, Lewis Oxford, Callum Osmond. Okay, so but there you go. So Bartman, no, just Bartman on Bob. Competitive situation, it would be being Man City. He's injury free, fully in training, and he's playing well. So for instance, so he's. I like it because he always comes up and gives us the because City sometimes they're a bit quiet with injury news, but especially on Norwegian players etc. And he kind of comes out and says what he says. Erlin Haaland has been speaking. He says on himself, he said, I'm back. I've got lots of energy. I'm feeling good. I'm moving good, and I'm ready. So that's good. And on the season, you can find excuses, many injuries, and bad times, but we haven't performed well enough. We haven't had fully the hunger. I haven't been good enough myself. Help the team enough, and we haven't been good enough. So so for instance, and I think that's the sentiment from the players. They just haven't been good enough. We can blame it on injuries, but yeah, there's plenty of players who playing way below par. Again, for instance, when you win it again, win it again, win it again, it's like what do you want to win it again? The fourth one with that little sign, that little message, just won it 4 in a row until now. For instance, and what's next? 5 in a row. It's that hunger, that drive. I know Pep Guardiola can jump up and down, but it's the players need to have it with themselves. Uh, but I get what Phil Foden has been saying. He says, next time when we win a trophy, I'm not going to take it for granted because you never know when it's going to be the last trophy you're going to win. So that was interesting from what he said. So, for instance, yeah. Um, Oh, that was it. Lens are looking forward to extend Juma Bar's loan from Man City beyond the season, but the defender is attracting interest elsewhere. I'm not surprised he's playing very, very well over there. And I think that Man City should definitely think about bringing him over to the Etihad and see that. Um, uh, yeah, Ruben Diaz and Josko Cavallo. I don't think talked about that. They're forming an amazing partnership, and talking very frankly about each other, for instance, they're really, really, what's it called? Talking well, feeling confident, feeling good about themselves. Ruben Diaz, I believe, everyone knows how good Josko can be and how good he is already. Player of the season by far. And when you have a level of quality and you're able to mix it with good communication, responsibility, and ambition, things can work out. Josko Cavallo. It wasn't hard to get back to my natural position because he was playing left back. Um, I've I've been for a long time. It's just something inside me, and the kind of natural the relationship between me and Ruben, I think, is really good. Uh, as you can see, the way we work out on the pitch. Okay, really, really good. Excellent. They've really formed an amazing partnership, and I feel sorry for Kuznov, but I'm sure he'll get his chance. People talking about is Pep going to make him as a right back? You never know. Can we get Jumba Bar in? But for instance, with Nathan Aki back in training now, and Kilikanji, John Stones won't be too far behind. Hopefully, we can go into the new season a bit more confident about the defence and. For instance, and hopefully, when we lose a few players like we have done this season, it won't be as bad as this season's been because the defence has been wiped out. Our defence and midfield has been wiped out this season with injuries. But again, like Erlin Haaland says, you can't blame it on injuries. But it was great to see that interview with them too. They look really, really calm and relaxed. They're always messing around. If you noticed, we watched the interview. It's the interview. They're always messing around and picking at something. I saw Josko. He was picking at the chair. I was thinking, just leave the chair alone. He's like, "Am I really bothered about being in this interview?" But it was nice to listen to him talk, and I feel good when I listen to him. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'll speak to you later tonight or tomorrow about what Pep's had to say. I look forward to the game tomorrow, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock our time. For instance, but other than that, True Blue Time from Thailand. Saudi Cat from Thailand. Have a really good day. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Okay. Always nice to hear. Take care.